Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Fort Worth Roots.
And I'm totally looking forward to it.
It's going to be the shit.
I love seeing new bands.
So what's the lineup? Are we going to do Trash Puppies?
Trash Puppies are open, and it's early. That's the thing, guys. This is a Sunday night show. This is a matinee show.
Doors at 6?
Doors at 6. We're going to try to put a band on like at 6:30.
Then you guys need to start day drinking. Mow your lawn. Mow your damn lawn.
Yeah. Come there and chill out.
Come and rest of your evening till 10 o'clock or whatever.
Make a deal with Mom.
Chill out in the AC.
I'll fold the laundry if we can just go see the show.
Whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
We want to get everybody up there because it's a matinee show, and we know it's a Sunday, so we're playing early. So you got a 6. I think it's going to be like 6:30, 7:30, and an 8:30.
So we should be out of there by 10 for sure.
Yeah, it'll be like
you should be able to make it home to watch the news.
Yeah,
that's what we want to shoot for.
Nice.
But it's going to be a fun show. And
we know that's not going to happen.
There are delays.
I mean, we're not necessarily lying. We're just bending the truth.
This is what we shoot for. And you know what? If it gets late,
free to hang out,
and you need to walk out in the middle of our set, we understand that it's a Sunday and it's late, but
make sure you say goodbye.
You might miss a surprise.
You can find Fort Worth Roots on all of your favorite streaming services, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, and many more. You can also find us on YouTube and all the social media sites by looking for Fort Worth Roots. Stay tuned to the very end of the episode. We are going to talk about all of our wonderful sponsors helping us keep the lights on here at Fort Worth Roots. Do like to talk about a couple up front. Amplify 817, craving quality music made right here in Fort Worth. Visit amplify817.org to browse and stream a growing collection of commercial-free local music wherever you are. Do your ears a favor and discover your new favorite local group today on amplify817.org. Amplify 817 is a service of the Fort Worth Library, sponsored in part by community donors to the Fort Worth Public Library Foundation, which pays local artists up front to feature their music on the platform. Our friends over at Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf. Galaxy Wilderness is dedicated to promoting disc golf to the masses for its health benefits through outdoor therapy, exercise, and camaraderie. Find them on Facebook as Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf. You can also email them galaxywildernessdg@gmail.com. Their phone number is 682-228-0399. And again, we will be talking about the rest of our sponsors at the end of the show, but you can always go to our website, fortworthroots.com, and click on the Trusted Sponsors tab to see all of our friends located in one spot. Today's episode is just one big advertisement for August 11th. We are going to be at the Cicada, doors at 6 o'clock. We have 3 bands going on stage for you. It's going to start off with the Trash Puppies. We got Temporal Distortion, and then last but not least, The Spectacle. Guys and gals, this is the last leg of the live music festival that we've put on through the Fort Worth Roots podcast in an effort to promote small businesses and put more musicians on stages around Fort Worth. We started this off in March, kicked it off at Pouring Glory, and then we went out to April. We were at the River Oak Springfest Car Show, and then after that, the following month, we were at McFly's Pub, and then what did we do? Then we were out at the lake. We went out to, help me, God, Augie's. We went out to Augie's, and then after that, we were at Panther Island Brewing, back in the air conditioning, thank God, and then this one. We've got this one here, and this is going to be at the Cicada. It's going to be rad. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. There is no cover at the door. It's an early show. It is on a Sunday, but it's early. We're going to try to have you out of there by 10 o'clock. And if you need to leave early, that's okay. Nobody's going to look at you funny. But it's a free show. All 3 of these bands are just awesome. Very excellent rock bands. Local Fort Worth legends. So come hang out with us. Like I said, it's going to be the last leg of the Fort Worth Roots podcast live music festival series before we do the big event. Our big event will be October 5th, and that one will be at Pouring Glory. We started it at Pouring Glory, and we're going to finish it at Pouring Glory. So if you need more details, you can DM me, you can email me, carrier pigeon, whatever you need to do. But all of the details will be on our social media, and whichever one you need, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it's all Fort Worth Roots. Our 2 guests today are members of the band The Spectacle, and they are the headliner for our August 11th event. Again, that is at 6 o'clock at Cicada. Don't miss it. All right, let's start the show. That's enough talking out of me. Please give it up for our new friend, Dave O'Hearn, and our old buddy, the relentless Dustin Schneider. Let's start the show.
real life.
When I put these on, I feel like I should be flying a plane.
We're not flying a plane right now.
I've got a picture of him posing.
We should sit real close side by side. Like this.
All right, we're in the air right now with Dave and some guy named Dustin from The Spectacle.
I'm watching. We need to be landing on
the moon?
Runway 15L.
Okay, right, roger that. You are clear for 115 left. Please proceed with current weather data.
No, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a barrel roll in this.
Okay, Seattle Tower to unidentified aircraft. You are not cleared for that.
Sounds good, guys. No, it's all right. I played a lot of video games. I'm real good
guys, what do you think this plane will actually do? Can we,
think I could do a barrel roll in this?
You think I could do a barrel roll?
It's an absolute tragedy, but you know what? I can't think of a cooler way to go out.
One of the most amazing stories ever. Like, that guy is like a literal hero of mine.
He just walked out and stole a 737.
It wasn't
a 737.
It was like an Air Alaska twin prop.
Twin prop. 737's that's a turbine jet.
Yeah, right? I thought it was a turbine jet.
No, it was a twin prop for sure.
Oh, was it?
Like a child walking into the room, Donnie.
But dude, it was like 50 passenger plane. It was a large aircraft.
He's being followed by an F-15.
Yeah.
And he owned every minute of that, except for the times where he's like, I don't know, man, I don't know. I think I'm going to do this. It all ended up with him dying. He knew. He
knew.
He owned the entire. That's why I wanted to go.
I'm not an advocate for suicide. Okay.
Neither am I.
Reach out, get help. Hey, be there for people when they tell you they need you. Hold on a second. We got a guest caller real quick. Hold on one second.
Guest caller.
Hey, babe.
East of the Rockies, you're on the air.
Hi, baby.
You are on the air with Fort Worth Roots Podcast.
What do you think of UFOs?
Oh, hello.
You called twice. I thought it was an emergency.
Oh, I thought you were running at 5. I thought it was safe.
It was an E-175.
We were supposed to start at 5. Things occurred.
Oh.
And Brar.
Yeah. You okay?
He was still setting up at 5.
Oh, yeah. I was just calling, so I just left him on my way home.
Okay. Well, you drive safe. I love you, and I'll call you when we get done.
Jesus Christ, I thought this was our show.
I don't know. That's how it's done.
Bye, baby.
Yeah, this sounds like a couple connection. What is it?
For anyone that wanted a quality
marriage
example.
Okay, back to suicide. See right here. That's why you need good friends like these two.
Right.
So that you don't suicide yourself. But if you are going to suicide yourself,
own it.
Really make something out of it, right?
Make it a spectacle.
A spectacle.
Don't hurt anybody else.
Speaking of a spectacle, August 11th at the Cicada, there's going to be quite the spectacle.
At least us two will be there.
Take it away, Dustin. Tell us a little bit about the background of the spectacle and what you did to prevent the revolution.
Well, I've only been in the band about 6 years now.
That's a good question.
6 or 7 years.
Newest member. Way to do your homework.
Dave has been there since the beginning.
I can't fucking smell, okay?
Dave has been there for the last
all of it?
20 years.
Yeah,
and the band have been around about that long?
I think so. I'll stop counting.
And
I don't know. I bought a guitar around that time, so I'd have to go.
You'll have to forgive me too, because he told me that it was his idea.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
What, the band?
Yeah,
it was. It is until the other band members pay me, and then it'll be getting their idea again.
I've been the newest member, but I've lasted 3 presidential terms.
It's true.
I came in during the Obama administration.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you were number 3.
3?
You're third.
Third bassist? Yeah.
Peter Farmer floats into their. I don't think you ever played Spectacle.
No, 4.
I know it's JP. Oh, Mike.
You forgot about Mike.
I can never forget about Mike.
God rest his soul. So you're on bass.
Yeah, I'm on bass.
Noisemaker now.
And Dave plays guitar.
Like everybody and their brother.
Yeah. And, you got the 2 of us today because 5 of us are completely out of control when together.
Yeah.
And we don't travel together
ever
much.
Yeah.
Except for when we're playing shows, just for the safety of the band.
And others.
Yeah.
To be quite
we
chaotic.
can't be in the same place.
Well, and if you guys are all in the same bus carrying all the narcotics that you individually carry, you just went from a felony to executionable offense.
Yeah, we could be deported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Deported
to a cool country.
Yeah, like Amsterdam.
Currently, that doesn't sound bad.
Norway.
I'm talking to a lot of people that live abroad, talking about the amazing conditions in other countries, and I don't know. America was great, but
Like France and Ireland?
I don't know about France.
We won't go
I don't know about
there.
Ireland.
Yeah, we'll go there.
I'll go to Ireland.
How about Costa Rica?
Honestly, I want to be deported to Mexico. 1-for-1 prisoner exchange. Let's just go that way.
I'd do that.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Excellent.
I'd do that.
It's
1-for-1.
1-for-1.
Yeah, because there's some beautiful parts of
I
Mexico.
will gladly
Oh, yeah.
trade my Hollywood home for a villa in Puerto Vallarta.
Do you need to be on the sand?
I need to be near the sand. It is a part of my soul.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't have any property anymore.
That's my platform. Vote for me. How hard is that, Dave? 2024.
Well,
Fucking everybody's
we'll
gonna
get you
remember.
out of the country.
so Dustin shared with me the new patch, the new JJTM
Oh, yeah.
patch.
I'm no affiliation with JJTN.
Right.
Yeah, this is a spectacle interview.
Sure, sure. But I just want to bring up the fact that after printing a patch like this,
Is there a camera?
yeah, it's right there. You got to start a cult. We might as
Yeah.
well do it in Costa Rica.
Yeah, that'd be a great place to start a
Well,
cult.
I think so.
I'm glad you brought that up because I've said numerous times when I'm expatting, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Is Costa
Rica?
Costa Rica, right there.
I'd like to go to Argentina with my family.
Well, you can go.
The reports are in.
That's
Costa
Brotherland.
Rica's the place, man.
Yeah, it's not far. You can go
know.
see your rest of your Germans down in Argentina.
Yeah.
Now, if you get sick in Costa Rica, though, you just die, right? I mean, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 20 years left. That's it.
Right.
So I'm.
You can limp along for 20.
Yeah, and if I'm in Costa Rica, I think I'll probably do another 5, just through healthy living and walking and things like that.
On the sand.
Yeah, on the beach and pure sand of Costa Rica, swimming in the rivers of molasses made from rum.
Do y'all ever sit
rum
around
molasses.
and think about your
Barbados
mortality like that?
wines.
Not
Like-
really.
No, what you just did.
No, because I've had a lot of people in my life in this past week die
Damn, dude.
that were close, and it's all cancer related.
We started this show off like on a strong foot.
And it,
Did we?
Suicide, now
cancer.
cancer.
But
Let's hit all the hot buttons.
if I had cancer,
Yeah,
I'd steal
Steal
a plane
Totally
in
steal a
Seattle
Right.
and go flying around and see if I can do barrel rolls.
Barrel roll that
What
thing.
if that became like the thing
The
to
thing?
do? You know,
to
like
just steal a plane?
in Japan. Well, no, in Japan they've got the Black Forest where people go to like just disappear. Like when they've decided to opt out,
Yeah.
they just walk off into the wilderness and then they never find their bodies because it's so big.
Yeah,
But what if the new thing was
steal a plane.
go to Seattle?
Seattle.
This is not a suggestion, and I
No.
do not stand by these talking points.
But if you're a smart businessman, you would consider this an option. Get yourself a hangar, a few hundred planes.
Call it the Black Forest
You don't have to do it a whole bunch.
or Dark Forest, something like that.
I don't know. No,
Do it like
barrel
how-
roll.
Do it
No,
like out
you're
in
not-
New Mexico.
It's going to be
where-
expensive.
Do it.
Planes are not cheap.
No, they're not cheap. It's very expensive, and there has to be a disclaimer. Barrel roll is not guaranteed. Like,
That's true.
We don't know if you're going to go
But-
full
like, there's
360.
a lot of we can't know if you're going to do it.
Technically speaking, I was looking at my life insurance plan the other day. My life insurance plan could pay for a Cessna.
Right.
So you,
Well, you
it
can-
balances out. You give the life insurance plan to the guy that owns the hangar. He gives you a Cessna. You fly out in the middle of New Mexico and try to do barrel rolls and
Until
wheels and stuff.
until it don't work anymore.
Yeah, until it stops. Like the
And-
that's the Payne Stewart edition.
And if you have a buddy, okay, that is also going out around the same time.
Oh,
you know, this will
get
be
a
rare
combo
thing.
pack.
You get 2 Cessnas, but you each get to carry your AR-15s with you up in the air, and you get to dogfight.
So,
But you got to hang out the window as you're flying.
what does the winner get?
Come on.
What does the winner get?
This sounds great.
Still death.
Yeah, you're still going down. This is
It's just
your death
pride.
mission.
You win pride.
You
for
know what?
The last 30 seconds.
Check with the gatekeeper when you get to
Right.
the other side.
Yeah.
Maybe they got a consolation prize for you.
You might actually get a bonus token for Sharon, like if you're going over the river.
But
it's a
come
bonus
on.
token. You can go. You can hit our buffet on the way.
You
in.
get to heaven, they give you a special hat.
That's what it is. 100%.
You get a medal. You
a medal.
survived the dogfight.
Okay. Well, you didn't survive it.
Well, oh yeah, that's true.
Ultimately, yeah.
Let's talk a little more about the spectacle, please.
It's right along the
hold
same
on.
lines.
What kind of music do you play?
There's
a
3
lot-
guys here.
You got a banjo, right?
We've all wanted to be in a dogfight,
Yes,
right? We've
of
all
course.
wanted to fly an airplane.
Absolutely.
It's a childhood dream. You play video games. You played Top Gun on NES, and you're like,
Oh God, Top Gun was
Come
the
on.
shit.
First,
how much fun? You know, they used to they had a dogfight school at Hicks Airfield
Really?
where you could go up, you learn how to fly the planes, but they were 2-seaters, so there was an instructor with you.
it's like a snow
A voyeur?
But you could go up,
Was he a voyeur? A voyeur.
But you go up and you got to dogfight each other like over Eagle Mountain Lake, and then come back in.
That's so cool, man.
Eagle
Yeah, it's
Mountain
very
Lake
cool.
dogfight.
Is Hicks
Anyway.
the place that had the Beacon Cafe?
Yeah,
Is it still there? I heard
Yes.
they shut it down because...
No, someone else bought it, and it's better food now.
Oh, well, the food was pretty damn good. The problem was cars coming into the airfield don't know the rules of the airfield. So
Yeah.
they were getting in the way of, like, taxiing aircraft and shit, thinking that their Volvo
Not that there's giant signs all over that place that
had
says
the fucking right-of-way.
aircraft has right of way. Get off the tarmac if a plane is coming at you,
Nah,
or pull over and park. No, I'm gonna play chicken.
my tags are good. I got the right-of-way.
Airplanes are surprisingly flimsy, guys.
It is surprising.
You can take your Volvo and take out one of those low
could.
landing gears
Or your
pretty easily.
Volvo.
Your
I think your
Volvo and
Volvo
suck
might-
onto one of the windows.
Just rip it right off.
like
Like a bug on a
one of those
windscreen.
one of those things in Star Wars on the window of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
What were those things?
Totally cool.
You know.
A Minox.
A Minox.
Oh my God,
A
that is
Minox.
what it was called.
Yeah, they get on the
Jesus
power
Christ,
cables,
you
man.
nerd.
Yeah. Minox.
First off, Empire Strikes Back is one of the greatest movies of all time.
It is. I'm not arguing that.
I
I'm
watched
just
it like
amazed.
every day.
I don't know,
when
except for
was
the space
between
scenes, you can
8 and
you can
12.
totally see the cutouts of the TIE fighters. I thought that was bogus, man.
I had it on beta.
I know. You had Laserdisc?
Then we got Laserdisc.
Only you had E.T. and like
Star Wars and
you had E.T. and like what, Close Encounters?
Close Encounters was on Laserdisc.
Maybe Big.
No, Big was too late.
Too late.
But
So-
big,
so
you're
you
getting
had
into
all
my
the Star
era.
Wars.
Oh, Cocoon. You could get Cocoon.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders, I can see that.
Yeah.
So
We didn't have a
so
laser
five.
disc.
Yeah, they were $10,000 and there's only 5 discs.
Yeah.
They lost the war.
They lost
They
the
did
war.
lose the
Now,
war.
we did have laser disc. For some reason, the ISDs all bought them up. I guess. Because the schools that I went to, they all had the laser disc.
Players.
Yeah, for like
Nah, so-
Nat Geo bullshit. And they were,
Yeah.
all the laser disc, the size of the thing, it was the size of a record.
Yeah, it was giant.
It was
and,
big.
And they weighed a ton.
And you
They
would
were
have
so
thought
heavy.
you would have thought there'd be like 5 hours of content, but you'd watch a
No.
30-minute flick
And you have
they'd
to
have
flip
to
it over.
the disc.
Flip it over. And there'd be a thing on the screen. It's time to flip it over.
So
And
the
you're like,
flip-
oh, God.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
the teacher's all pissed because now he's got to get up
and
out
what
of
are you,
his
what are
seat.
you what are you watching it on? Like the same TV that you
On
had
a
to hook up with
CRT.
those 2 little things in
dude.
the back and the screws, and they flip it to TV from cable. No, we all didn't have
that's
that.
true.
We had the rolly carts.
The old school ones.
with the TV, and it was
Oh, at
literally
school, though.
ratchet
At school,
strapped.
yeah.
It was ratchet strapped to the rolly cart.
Oh, that was pre-chain, pre-cable.
these kids these days don't know overhead projectors.
They don't. The glory of the
The
overhead
day of
projector.
the overhead projector
the
is
day,
gone.
the day of the mimeograph.
In every room, in every classroom across America, there was a light bulb so hot that it could burn down the whole city.
Yes.
And nobody gave a damn about your
Nobody cared.
feelings.
Yep. Did y'all ever have to deal with the purple monster?
Whoa.
The print thing that would print it
Yeah.
all out.
You gotta go
purple,
overseas
Yeah,
and
for
then when
that.
you picked it
Mimeo-
up, it'd get all over your finger.
It's the
was a
mimeograph.
Okay.
Mimeograph machine.
Dot
yeah.
net or
It would come
dot
out-
matrix.
It come out wet. No, the dot matrix was the printer that would go.
Yeah. Is that not what we're talking
No,
about?
the mimeograph was like a purple paint,
Oh.
and they rolled it through, and it always came out like a little bit wet, and everybody smelled it.
I saw this. By the way, that was
That's
highly carcinogenic, they found out.
Thank God.
That's what led to the Gen X drug abuse.
yeah.
Was
Shaped
a
my
mimeograph machine
Shaped the
in
music I
LSD.
wrote.
Yeah.
Nice.
Highly.
So there's our segue.
There you go.
There's the segue.
We just built it.
Let's get into
There
it.
you go. Carcinogenic music.
August 11th at the Cicada. We've got
Yeah.
the Spectacle, Trash Puppies, and Temporal Distortion.
Temporal
It's
Distortions.
going to be the most badass leg of the Fort Worth Roots live
and the
music
last
series.
one, right? And then we have
It
the big
is.
festival
Yep,
thing.
October 5th.
What's the date on that?
October 5th. I
Okay.
listened to last week's episode, you shit.
Hold on, because I've been told 3 different dates, and I was like,
Well-
I don't even know what the date is.
So you know what happened.
This sounds like planning a band deal.
Right.
Are
so,
you good October 5th?
Probably. I'll make myself okay.
So September 28th was the date for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And then this place that we're at right now, and by the way, we're recording inside the dining area of
was
Pouring Glory.
the fried bacon Thai burger. Highly recommend.
Shit, yeah, that
All
one-
their
that one's
burgers here are
fire.
good, man.
Bring
They're
your
so
own
good.
napkins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bring
bring
own
a
napkins.
they
change
have
of
a stack
clothes.
of them here, but
Or if you're so inclined, grab a stack of theirs. However,
Bring
So
a change of clothes.
2 weeks
And change
ago,
of
for
clothes.
48 hours, this place closed down and was never going to reopen. And due to the outpouring of community support, they were able to raise, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but an
Don't-
obscene amount
yeah.
of money.
Don't give
good.
amounts, but you know,
So
the
it's back
thing-
open now.
it shows
the
the
pouring
people,
glory.
man.
That should be the playbook of other venues that have problems. I know there's a pride issue with some places with people saying, man, I'm in trouble, or, I'm about to go under or whatever. That should be gone, because we are now, we're in the post-COVID world.
Everybody gets it.
We're in Biden economics. Everything's through the roof. It's
rough.
crazy. Asking for help shouldn't be an issue.
No, and especially a place like this that's been around for 8 years. I mean, dude, look around.
People I think, are taking note. Like after Lola's and then Lola's. Well, after Rec Room, and then Lola's and then Lola's, and those types of closures that if you just had the community just put a little thought and this is our bar. This is your bar. Pay for your bar. Pay for your
third
people.
place,
everything
man.
Hey, come on. I need
Which
help.
is great that they did
or
that.
we're in trouble. If more places would do that, because we lost 3 more places this week. Don't ask me what they are off the top of my head, but I was reading FW Today, and 3 more places went under, and it was places I didn't even know they were in trouble.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. Just don't let your pride get in the way. We all understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'll play
if you're a good joint,
I'll play
people will
devil's
come.
advocate and say, just assume that everyone's in trouble.
That's what
That's
you
a
should
fact.
do. Is
That's a
everybody
fact.
is in
How it
trouble.
is,
Yeah.
so.
This is a terrible economy.
At some point, you would expect the city of Fort Worth to step in and come up with some kind of program to prop up locally owned businesses that have been here for, put a limit on it. If you've been here for 4 years, you stuck it out, you went through all this bullshit, and you're a community player, you support live music, you support art, and I'm pointing at the wall here because it's just covered in local art from local artists. But I mean, these community establishments that enhance Fort Worth beyond Cheddar's, Chili's, Buffalo Wild Wings, these national chains.
That's what they want.
Why can't the city get in here and just help these guys out? Because sometimes it is.
Do you want an answer?
Sure.
Because the city can't find its ass with both hands.
Okay.
And sorry to say that, but there are people that have been in.
Don't be sorry.
That have been.
Don't be sorry. Own that shit.
Own it.
Well, okay, I'll own it. I don't give a shit. There are people that have been sitting in city council, like Gina Bivens, that takes care of the whole east side, that hasn't done shit for her community.
Sorry, Gina. Sorry about that.
No, there is no sorry.
I don't know, Gina.
She's She takes care of the entire east side, and she hasn't done
she'll
anything
understand
for
and
it.
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. You're a politician. This is your district.
Yeah.
You give Dustin too much leeway, though. He'll eat everybody's
That's why
lunch.
he's in the middle.
Will.
We're here.
I totally
We're
will.
here to polish him off just in case.
They won't let me in City Hall
now.
for any. They moved the city council meetings to the morning,
So that you
so
can't go?
I couldn't show up.
That's right. They did it
and
just
chew
because of
them out.
you.
Yeah.
They moved the whole damn building. They did.
They did.
They
moved
uprooted the whole building.
They got the Harry Potter
So Dustin
cloak of
can't go.
invisibility.
The funny thing is, they think I've never been in the building they're in now, and I have.
I live there. I've been in the janitor's closet since 2021.
That seems pretty stalkerish.
Pretty Dustinish.
Pretty Dustinish.
But yeah, you've got city council people that don't take care of their areas, and I don't. Since I'm now living in Gina Bivens' area, I don't see anything she's done over there or tried to improve, and it kind of sucks that. There are places over there, too, that need help.
Yeah.
There are places over there that have closed down. And these people that say they care about their community, they're not going to... The city council, no one cares about you. Mm-hmm. We got to get past that. No one gives a shit about you except your inner circle, your friends, your family. That's all that really cares about you.
And that's what I'm harping on. We were able to do this with the support of the people. Fort Worth did not... The city of Fort Worth did not do this.
Yeah.
We didn't tap into some grant from the federal government. It wasn't any governmental entity that did this. The people said, no, we've lost enough. We're going to jump in. We're going to help. And they started showing up in droves. This place has been a madhouse. People buying gift cards. They might come in, have a beer, and buy $100 in gift cards. Yeah. And then walk out. And they'll be back. But
well, that just goes to show you. That just goes to show you that you can't rely on government to do anything.
No, you should never rely on the government.
Blow smoke up your butt and placate you until you have nothing left.
What's
and
the
then they're
saying?
like, oh well,
no one's coming to help you. You got to take care of yourself.
There's no. Yeah, it's up to us. No one's coming to help.
No one's coming to help you.
Except the people and the community. So
your neighbors.
It literally takes. Hey
your
man,
friends.
I got $10 I can spare. I'm gonna go buy a beer.
Well, and don't even look at. I agree with you, but don't even look at it to our listeners as contributing, like donating or whatever. This is your thing. This is our thing. Come in here. Listen, you go to Burger King. I did this about 2 months ago, for some reason, I was in a bit of a hurry, and I got just this weird craving. I'm like, I haven't been to Burger King in like 5-10 years. I don't remember. So I pulled into Burger King, got myself a Big Mac, some fries, and a drink. It was $16. And I looked at the lady, after she rang me up, I'm like, are you kidding me? She's like, I know. Like, she was
The
just as
prices are crazy
appalled
now.
with it as I was. But if you're going to spend $10, don't do it at one of these national chains.
Right.
Go to one of these people that love and appreciate your business and want to keep this thing on. I'll tell you right now, Scott, the owner here, he's working 7 days a week. He's putting in 12 to 18 hours every single
They live
day.
here.
They live
They
here.
live here.
And
Basically, I mean, without living
he's
here.
doing this. I mean, he loves this place,
Yeah.
but honestly, some of it is he knows how bad people want this place to stay open, and he's killing himself to make that happen.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes. And a lot of these businesses that are closing their doors, it's from just exhaustion. It's just, I can't keep going.
You can only toe that hard, that hard red line for a long time
Yeah.
to where you're in the red, and it's hard to get back. Once you start hemorrhaging money as a business, then you start borrowing money, and that's when it just gets out of control. So that when you have community development and community involvement by the people that live in the community, not the ones that pay the people to say that they advocate for the community. The people that have a fucking address. It's universal, not just here, everywhere. You make huge differences.
And this isn't a
Huge
franchise.
differences.
This is
No, it's a
Born
mom
and raised
pop
right
boutique,
here.
Great place.
and now we should segue it into Cicada, because that's exactly what's going on over there at Cicada with
Yeah.
John and Tyler.
Right
I got
across
the names
street,
right?
right here. Yeah,
Dude, the artwork
where
on that
we're
wall.
playing. Yeah.
August 11th.
Great.
Yep.
August 11th. Go see the artwork. Go buy some merch for somebody else.
Go over there, have some drinks.
Don't buy
hang
anything
out.
for us.
Now, did you
Well,
guys?
hold on. No, because we need to also segue to bands.
Oh, shit.
Okay, here we go. Segue to bands now.
Because bands are also dealing with the same thing. Now, fortunately, the reason you have the two of us here today is because we have a band that's full of professionals that all have professional jobs. You know,
right.
they all have.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, we don't.
Not professional musicians.
Not professional musicians.
No.
No,
You
no,
took that totally
Yeah,
wrong.
you took that the wrong way.
I didn't take it.
No, yeah.
We're talking about professionals in the
Who made the transition from being
In their daily work.
being a kid to having a kid,
And then get a job.
and then realizing like if I still want to do this, then I have to do this, and
If I don't want my
Then I need
child
to
to starve
become-
to death.
and then everything
Yeah.
sucks. And
I
then
need
you
to
just
be
drink a
a-
lot of beer.
like we have two that are big wigs in the medical field. We got one that's an educator of higher learning, and then you have us two that are just
Killing it.
not
Obviously.
really. We're the spares.
I just make my own money.
I know what
Yeah.
you do.
I print it on a Xerox machine,
But-
a dot matrix Xerox machine.
he uses the old
An old
mimeograph.
An old mimeograph machine.
He's like, take this purple $100 bill.
look purple.
Smells so good.
Why is it wet?
But but there's a lot of bands out here that it's the same thing. To take what we just talked about with a restaurant, with a band. You know, they're dealing with the same thing. Cost has gone up for shirts,
Room rent.
for stickers, room rent
Yeah,
for your practice space.
You can't play in mom and dad's garage anymore.
You want
Yeah.
a cheap place for studio practice?
Well,
Okay, anyway.
there's a problem with that. Is
I've got a solution for anyone
Everybody
who wants
lives.
for anyone who wants to build a community in some place of musicians to just buy a piece of land and put up your own fucking rehearsal studio.
Yeah.
Don't drive into
with
Dallas.
multiple, because
You could just-
rehearsal studios are so backed up right now.
Unbelievable.
There's one that
Months
just
out.
can't get anybody to use that space at all.
Where?
It's the location. Dustin's going to tell you it's the
Oh,
location.
is it the one by Clown Burger or something?
No. That one's jacked up too.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean two?
I like
well,
that.
that's something to talk about off mic. That's something because we don't want to give our business plan away.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
But
We always got business plans.
we have many.
Have
but
you-
the thing is with the bands, shirts have gone up. The manufacturing of shirts, the manufacturing of stickers, hats, whatever. All merch is shot through the roof. Then
We don't even print CDs anymore.
recording.
Where are you going to put them?
Spotify or some type of.
Well, you ain't going to put a CD anywhere.
No, you can't put it.
Cars
anywhere.
don't come with CD players anymore.
But
my wife still
recording.
does. Old
Recording
Toyota.
costs is through the roof, yeah.
Toyota,
through the
son.
roof.
Unless
Buy
you go to
Hilux.
Cloudland, they're very reasonable.
Well, very
Blackstone.
reasonable there. But if you're not doing it yourself, and you want it to sound good and professional, you go to a place, it costs a shit ton of money. Then mixing and mastering costs a shit ton of money. Then, since vinyl's coming back, everybody feels the need to press a vinyl.
Which is a good
press.
idea. I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Just to have.
I looked into it because I thought it'd be a dope idea to have like a music.
Well, the platters are
episode.
$1,000 each before you even print.
Oh,
the vinyl.
Okay. Well, I found a company that would apparently press a vinyl for like $45-$55.
And
but that's still crazy.
That's a little to the roof because we have a bunch of local people that'll do it good. But you got to pay for the platters. The platters are what are expensive.
You pay for the grain too of the vinyl. Like you can get a real thin ass fucking record, but if I'm gonna spend money to have a record produce of music that we do, it's gonna be a thick
fatty.
When you pick it up, you're like, oh, it's a little bit.
I have a few in my collection that when you pick it up, you're like, ooh, this is gonna sound good.
Put a lot of just
but it's the same thing. So
making them fancy looking with colors and stuff.
If you enjoy your restaurants, if you enjoy your live entertainment, if you enjoy your bars,
it's never Chili's or fucking Cane's or anything like. It's always like, man, the local mom and pop. Right?
Stop going to Buffalo Wild Wings. They don't give a fuck about you.
Don't shop anywhere that doesn't have live music. How about that?
I tell you what, let's kill all the chains.
That'd be hard.
Well, I mean, honestly, all the places that I migrate through, they play live music. Every single one of them.
I think that you are living a charmed and blessed life.
Well, I'm trying to keep it alive.
That's good. That's good.
It's pretty good.
It's good. But it depends on how far you go outside of how to, like, your...
The problem is you start living in a...
I'm like, about 2.5 miles square here. Yeah. Man. I never go any place other than this one place ever.
If you don't play live music, then you...
So now, back to us.
Sorry.
Yes, back to Spectacle.
Let's pull the spotlight back on us.
I'll talk way too much of this shit.
We have been recording a record since I'm glad Andrew's paying attention.
He's doing the right thing.
He's waving things around.
He still has ears.
Get a beer. Oh, my God.
He's still got.
He's not even looking at us. He's like that guy.
I can hear you, though.
He's like that guy in,
Come on,
what
man.
was it?
Give me bells.
Wayne's World 2.
Oh, that guy when he's,
Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
So we started recording a record. We were writing a record before COVID, and then during COVID, we started recording it. And then,
which was difficult.
Very difficult. It's very weird.
Very odd. It was. We wrote it without any of us being together.
Holy shit!
So you had ideas of things, and then we sort of recorded stuff.
So is this like April time frame?
Yeah, it was cooler out. I remember.
I think April. Out of this collection of 6 songs we're releasing in the full format, 2 of them were put together. The other 4 we just kind of started gluing together.
Yeah, and then you relearn them.
And what was weird was everything, believe it or not, was recorded in the temple.
Oh shit!
Everything.
So you just individually went in there and did your own thing?
It's the only way you can get around mandates and bullshit shits like that. Like you could send tracks to each other, but you want to talk about having zero influence. If I'm going to record a guitar part, I want some at the very least,
sit there face to face,
to say, hey man,
bounce off
maybe you should try that again. You know, just say oh yeah, okay, cool. Call me out on bullshit or say maybe you should do this. You got to bounce it off it, or else then I'll hear it or he'll hear it. Somebody will hear it of their own playing and be so over judgmental of that one little tiny spot. So having another guitar player in there, and we didn't get to really do that. And a few of the, we had a drummer before that actually recorded the drummer, and he was with us for a super long time. And COVID 100% chain with amongst other things that were none to his control. It was just his mindset. COVID was just the icing on the cake of I need to pay attention to my family, do this, and this. Yeah. So he took those dad job, that responsibility that we talked about, professionalism that we talked about earlier, and then he had to get. Yeah. He had to do his own thing, and there's no way we're gonna there's nothing we would have been able to say, come on, man, play with the band some more during this awful time where they're making us stay in and putting fucking needles in our arms for no fucking reason, just because they want us to be fucking guinea pigs. It was a hard thing to do, and to keep a fucking band together. Was right stuff
crazy difficult,
hard.
But then you have like I said earlier, you have 2 people that are in the medical field that are completely hands off of anybody, anything, anywhere. They couldn't come over and hang out with us because Dave and I are dirty. We got barnacles. We fucking roll around in the streets.
I see that.
You know,
Because
we're crazy.
You can get sucked into the. They had no choice. It was
They
that was
had to
the
work, so
that
they had to
propaganda had to
stay.
be a part of
Do you
their
guys
life.
realize that at some point down the road, you're going to be in a particular genre of people who were able to record during that period, and it's going to be specific to, like, these guys not only recorded during a very difficult time, but they did it on separate tracks and merged it together in a studio. That's going to be a special genre, and by God, if it's not, I'm going to make it happen. That's
So the
so
only
crazy.
person
It probably
that-
would. It probably would be.
The only person that was in the studio the whole time was me, because we were at the temple.
He's the only one that knew how to work the gear.
And it was funny, just everybody coming in and like someone being like, "Well, I'm gonna come in by myself because I don't want to be around the rest of the band."
Yeah.
And or I want to be isolated and do this on my own. But we got it done, and everything in the plan was that everything we did was pre-pro.
Yeah.
That this was all for us to listen to,
So that you could do something better later.
and then go into the studio and recreate it and make it better.
When everything leveled out.
Yeah.
But at that time, everything would just seem to be ramping up and getting more extreme.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't catch COVID until 2020 or 22. I mean,
Yeah, congratulations on your flu. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I don't know.
Like,
Bro.
Do you want a medal?
I really want to try to be like
Do you want a badge? Do you want a sticker?
no. What I'm trying to
We'll give you a
say
gold
is,
COVID.
you're talking about
COVID
it.
murdered the
You're
flu.
talking about it
COVID murdered
revving up,
Yeah,
and
totally
that's
revved
exactly
up,
what
yeah.
happened. It didn't
It didn't
just
get easier.
stop.
It didn't get
It just
easier.
kept going,
Yeah.
getting worse.
What was it? The 2 weeks to the 2
Yeah.
weeks. It's like that.
Just 2 weeks. Just everybody, just 2 weeks. Okay,
It's like,
two more
it's
weeks.
like the Money
Two
Pit.
more
That
weeks.
movie, The Money Pit. It's like
Yeah.
how much? Just
Tom Hanks.
$2,000 more dollars. $2,000 more dollars.
But
Like, just 2 more weeks.
what
Story of
was
my life.
funny was, as we're listening to all this stuff that was just pre-pro, which, for those that don't know, it's what a band does before they go in the studio. We started being like, well, this sounds good enough to just mix and go with.
Yeah.
And that's but
There's a caveat to that because the drummer that laid the original drum tracks down during that period of
Yeah.
recording decided to leave. So
Yeah.
we can't
Can't duplicate
we
it.
can't in just faith like release his work.
So, did you ever take it and mix it?
well, hold on.
So here we go.
We're getting to that.
We tell the longest stories.
You
It's
do.
just-
You
it's
really
yeah.
do.
Yeah, we fill time.
we
We're time
then
fillers.
we then have to find a new drummer during COVID.
Still pay rent for a room that you're not using.
Still pay for rent for the room, because
Got
if
a
you give it
solution.
up, you're never going to get
You're
it back.
never getting it back.
There's
So
a place with
you're-
availability.
Well,
It's got to be right for everybody. You got to be
it's got to be
centrally
right for
located.
everybody. You also don't have a whole bunch of heavy hitters right next to you that you can hook up with.
You work on that. You work
We'll
on
talk
that.
about
Okay, we'll talk later.
So then we find another drummer. Then we got to catch him up to speed by barely doing practices.
By not getting
Once a month?
together. By not getting together.
So we're like, here, just listen to all this. Here's this. Here's the tracks without drums. Here's the tracks with drums. Here's just the drums.
You figure it out.
Drum wise,
So listen and
it was
start
extraordinarily
figuring it out.
complicated. Like drum wise, like, if you take all the guitars out of it, extraordinarily complicated drums. Andy was
Yeah.
a great fucking drummer.
He's freaking fantastic.
Great
Was a-
drummer. Impossible to repeat the parts.
Yeah.
You can sort of throw a lasso around it and kind of corral some of it, and like
He did weird shit.
Then yeah, like Andy did some weird shit, and then Jordan had to like do other things to keep the vein the same, but it changes the
'Cause-
part a little bit. But
Right.
but now though, those parts we played them enough together that those parts are now more realistic to us.
And
than-
we feel him
than-
more towards Jordan than we do
Hence
Andy.
the pre-pro. So the pre-pro gets
Yeah.
You do all that stuff to get all the bolt nuts and bolts out
Yeah.
together, and you screw them all together later. That could change entire parts.
So we love Jordan.
So in the
we do
end,
love
in the
Jordan.
end,
We love
we're
Jordan.
very very grateful for Jordan.
But don't say that too much. His head will
Not,
get
yeah,
too big.
not, like I
You never
I-
tell anybody in this band anything positive
Positive.
because their head will
Ever.
get too big.
Well,
ever
I can't
once.
wait to watch you guys suck August 11th
Yeah,
at
it's
Cicada.
weird.
gonna
suck.
be horrible.
So
Looking forward to that.
Can't wait. Me
we
neither.
finally give, like, we all use the same program, and I send the big files over to Jordan. He's got his digital kit set up at his house. He records the drums, and now we have this version of the songs that went from, Andy playing drums to now Jordan playing drums,
which is reversed recording, because generally generally you'll start with drums and then you'll go back through later guitars and bass, or
and the
later
whole
bass and but now he had to play to us as opposed to us playing to him,
which is
for a drummer it's
wild.
Turns your brain up.
It's
so
kind of weird.
Everything worked though, and
Once
it
again,
worked
we don't like
really
him. We
well.
don't like the guy. He's a piece of shit.
F you,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Jordan's
F
a piece
you.
of F you, Jed.
So now that we're done and we're kind of like, yeah, this actually works, we're like, well, let's just send it to a producer. So without getting any names and getting angry and
we don't
yelling
even
at people, we sent it to a couple of producers, and finally we're just like, our singer James
Start backing it, because remember like how we were saying, like during COVID, people it was odd. People were staying away from each other in a weird way, not wanting to but having to, and like this sort of stuff. And now we're towards the end of all that, where new drums have been recorded and people are starting to get back together into it and then start pushing the things forward. So now here you are, we're a full hour into this fucking story, and it's not over yet.
So James is doing.
Jesus Christ.
This is how this album was to us. People have to understand the pain.
Our singer
where it
James
came from.
And James was going to be here with us today, but he had to do some stuff for the royal family.
Okay. Talking about the Queen?
Don't be.
Well, there's not a queen anymore. It's a king.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about him either.
So the people that used to say, "Long live the Queen,"
Say long live the king, and it's God Save
weird.
the King is now
God
their
save
thing.
the King.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was doing
Whole another episode.
He was working with Alex Gerst,
Gotta go
who
overseas
is
for
a
that.
very well-known. That runs a huge studio over in Dallas. He's a very well-known producer, mixing engineer, all that. Like, he's won awards, won Grammys, won all this stuff. He's
If he
huge.
walked in here, would I recognize him?
No.
You wouldn't,
Oh.
but we would. And so we sent our stuff over to him, and he's like, yeah, I can make all this magical. And then he had some tragedies happen in his life.
Shit.
So then
we're
waiting
getting
around.
like the left
Yeah.
from the like.
It's
it's
just
not coming out.
getting
It's
weird.
not coming out. Not coming out. Like,
And
meanwhile,
what-
we're playing show. Like the very few shows that we actually played.
That we could play.
Actually, turns out to be kind of good, because the songs are. Doesn't really matter now, because we haven't fucking played in forever. Everything's new, guys.
So yeah, everything's new. And what's crazy is like
Still not done.
the record is done. It is mixed. It was now sent off to the mastering, and we should have it back here in a couple days.
Can we press that shit on some thick ass vinyl?
We're talking about that.
I want it to be gold.
Did you just not hear how long that song was?
It was pretty long.
I mean, what's the song? I mean, that story was. Yeah, that's how long it's going to take that vinyl to be like even talked about.
Well, that's also the problem, because we have some friends that are printing vinyl that released an album, a few months ago, and they're still waiting on theirs to get back because the backup
backed
process
up.
is
Yeah,
pretty
they're
crazy.
shipping all vinyls to Ukraine.
But it's all good. It's
no, stop
Out
it.
of
for the
someplace.
soldiers.
No,
Somewhere
nobody
else.
presses vinyl in Ukraine. They're pressing
No, we press them
bullets.
here. We press them here and send them.
sent them to
Oh,
them.
okay. It's
They
on
need
its
the
way to
entertainment. They need the
Ukraine.
I don't know if you
entertainment.
know this, but Ukrainian tanks have a
Vinyl player.
have a record player in the middle of them. It became standard.
They're not Abrams.
What's playing on that record?
Come on,
It'll be
baby.
spectacle.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my right time gal.
Your,
No, there's some. Look at Ginger.
Your favorite-
Ginger's a badass
your-
band.
your-
They're
Scorpions.
Ukrainian.
Hold on.
No, it'd have
you're-
to be like Winds of Change.
No. You're
That's German.
Hold on. You're
In the Leopards, it comes standard.
your favorite band that opened for the Olympics.
Gojira, they're French.
Oh, they're
Gardjira.
French,
That's
yeah.
who's playing.
Well, then they would win.
Yeah. anybody that plays Gojira out
They'd
there.
win by default.
Now you know what's weird.
Say what you want, but I think that performance was
You hear
actually
that?
pretty bad.
Did you hear that coming in? I'm all about that performance. The other,
Oh, yeah, I am too.
I don't give a
It was
shit about
amazing.
the others, but that
Yeah,
first-
the rest of it, fuck it.
I
But
don't care, whatever. People have their own.
Gardjira,
Did
that
you
was
serve
amazing.
in Iraq?
I did, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How do you not know this? Are we
No,
like
I
best
know.
friends?
I'm just
Come
making
on.
sure before I just start spouting this
Oh,
story
okay,
off.
Okay.
Like, my old band
5.
was blasted
The
out
number's
of
5.
tanks as they rolled through Iraqi deserts, blowing the shit out of people. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is it a hell yeah, or is it a
Nothing's
people
good.
died listening
can't-
to?
I don't know.
Nothing's good.
I don't know if you
None
can
of
look
that's
at it
good.
now. I think everybody's lied to. I think
don't think
they got.
anybody
I
died.
think that got everybody's goat.
Yeah, no, we're I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will tell you the only thing that really matters is cheese. But I was in one of the I can't remember if it was Fallujah or Taji or Talil, but they had
I know we were playing in Fallujah.
A massive tank yard, just dead tanks all over the place. And you really weren't supposed to be effing around with these things because they all had depleted uranium all over them because they were blown up.
That's fun. No.
But
from an A-10,
every single one of those armored personnel carriers, tanks, whatever, there was 4 or 5, maybe 10 people inside that burned alive.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit what side you're on. That's not good.
That's not
exactly.
good.
I don't care your politics.
That's my whole point. Is like
war's not fun. Iron Maiden at
no
Dickies.
business. I just said
November 16th.
Iron Maiden had no business being over there.
But they had to bring the.
They'd bring Eddie.
They had to bring Eddie.
They had to bring Eddie.
They had to bring Eddie. We would have lost without Eddie.
Yes. So
You
we're
know,
also here to
how'd they
promote
put Eddie
Iron
out on the
Maiden at
front?
Dickies. November.
Freaking
Stop promoting big national bands.
Oh.
We're here to talk about the
locals, bro.
Well, I
Who cares
mean,
about Iron
the
Maiden?
sparkles.
Anytime I think of war, I think of Iron Maiden.
Well, you should because
It should.
they have some of the best Werf songs.
By the way,
Motorhead's a good song.
Temporal Distortion is putting out some pretty badass flyers. I was at the Cicada the other day, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
look at that.
Yeah.
We're too old to
They
do
some
flyers.
stuff.
That's cool.
So Sosa is
Sammy?
Yeah.
no Anthony Sosa. We have had him on our show, the Jerry Jonestown Massacre, several times. He's one of our bros.
He's one of my favorite people.
He's one of my favorite people ever. And if you ever want to sit down and talk to someone about history or politics, this guy,
Is this the lead for
he
Temporal?
knows. He's
Yeah.
the lead for Temporal Distortions. He's a teacher.
Just smart stuff.
And he's super fucking smart. And anytime, like, Matt and I get confused or have questions about things, we
Which is
have
all
him
the
over
time.
to do the show.
All the time.
Yeah.
It sets him right straight.
And he sets us straight.
Matt
it's
needs that.
always a good time with him. And so Temporal Distortions is a political charged band, which very few people would believe that the Spectacle is a politically charged band.
We are
What?
very politically charged.
Yeah. Break the words down.
And I would
Break the lyrics down.
I would implore
Seriously.
I would implore you that people would be surprised on the politics that are involved in lyrically. They'd be actually absolutely surprised.
Well, this
Not all-
episode
not
is
all-
over.
No,
Not all of us have choices in the lyrics. We play our own instruments.
Nice.
but go, the last release, Burn the Evidence, is a political record.
Yeah.
And if you go and you break everything down, it's, from World War I
Yep.
to now.
Yep.
Different things that have happened in world history.
But then, wait a second. I gotta reel that back in because then, like, Dedicated to Fashion was all about societal influence on people. So
But
that
then
type
Traitors,
of politics, so social politics.
the Traitors,
On
was the
Traders
same
then
thing.
went back
There's a
to
ton.
regular
Yeah.
politics.
Yeah, regular.
And then our video, we had presidents in our videos. I got to be Ronald Reagan. It's
And
probably
Jesse Fry.
One of the proudest moments of my life. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like to me that you guys are more of our government is just giving us the whole thing with no lube type
Yeah,
rather than getting into the individual.
Yeah, it's not like Rage Against the Machine. We're not going to be screaming at your
Yeah,
face
yeah.
about what
Come
you
on,
need
man.
to do.
about
It's-
which
We're
president
all-
This
to
is
vote
metal.
for.
This is fun.
We're
Yeah.
old. We're old. We're just complaining about it.
You're
That's
not that
all.
old, you losers.
old
You're not
enough.
old.
No, we're older metal. Now,
The best compliment we got.
The best we did,
The
yeah.
best compliment we got was the last show we played.
the last show we played was at Haltom Theater.
I need to go to because
in
it's
the living
new,
room,
right?
like
They've
in the living
redone the
room.
whole thing
They
in the
redid
past
the whole
like
thing.
4 or 5
The
years.
big one.
Yeah, it's great.
But in the living room,
And
in
we-
the house part. Like,
And I just
it's
saw
weird.
that when it was
We have a
shit.
show at the
That
Haltom
part's-
Theater. I think it's in November is when that show is, but we're not here to promote that just yet.
Okay.
But it's with Temporal Distortions.
Nice.
It's a festival that Sosa's putting together. But we were playing the side room, which is fun because everybody's in your face. You're right there
It's a living
with everybody.
room.
And we
It
were
has a
playing with these other
fireplace.
bands.
It's a
and
living room.
It is.
It's a fucking living room.
So cool.
And these guys were like, Matt overheard.
Stubbs?
Stubbs
Yeah.
was standing out there just waiting for us to get started.
He
and
was
he overheard
starting.
these
He
guys.
was
and I was
probably
like,
talking trash.
what's with these old guys getting on stage? And then we get up there and we just start playing, and they're like, holy shit, these guys are badass. Oh my God. Holy crap.
Yeah, because we're one step away from a heart attack every time
Yeah.
we play. Like it's
What do you mean by that?
It's
It's
intense.
It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
It's the spectacle.
It's a spectacle, and I'll tell you, when we were younger, it was even crazier. And when the lads that were in the spectacle before they were in the spectacle, they were the craziest. They actually, for those of you that may or may not remember, and those that are our age, and those of you that lived in Denton and understand the Denton music scene, the Dallas music scene, may have heard of a band called Mugzoo. Mugzoo was the band that nobody wanted to have them play. I mean, but everybody did want them to have. But they would do weird.
You want to
shit.
see their shows, but you don't want them to play your shows.
You don't want them to play your shows. You'll go to see them. So they'd have the Pork and Beans show where they just bring big things of beans and are throwing them on each other.
Shit.
Like so
Some Gallagher shit.
Yeah, this ridiculous stuff. They actually their flyers. They were a topic of a city council meeting that banned them from putting flyers up. They were so profane.
So that's half our band.
That's half the band. And so we came from that. So
Richard?
Everything is loud. Everything is.
I got to ask you about Trash Puppies. How did they get? Because so for our listeners, we have been doing this music series. We started it in March, and we're going through October. And the idea was, okay, Fort Worth Roots can afford to put one band on stage, and every one of those bands is totally allowed and promoted.
So Andrew didn't do shit for this show on August 11th.
Hold on, let me finish what I was saying. They're allowed to make it their own, do whatever they want, because it's a lot for one person. So,
and that's kind of what we decided to do, because you can't just have one band playing a matinee show,
especially not like Cicada. No,
it just doesn't feel right. And we're old schoolers. We want to see a bill. So I reached out to.
We're selfish. We want to play with people. Like we want to play with.
Yeah.
You guys have single-handedly put on the best show in our series so far.
Really.
Listen, we put on some great shows, but it was because of the bands. It wasn't me.
I agree.
It was my friends. They did a great job. But we got 3 bands on stage, and this is going to be so fucking kick-ass.
I reached out to Sosa, and I was like, hey, we were going back and forth about some stuff, and I was like, hey, we got this thing going down. I told him the whole scenario, that it was the podcast showcase, blah, blah, blah. It's a free show. Don't expect anything out of this. It's just to play.
Yeah.
And what's cool about people that have been in old school bands, like Sosa was in Huffer.
Yeah.
The old badass band Huffer that's just pure greatness. And he was in Raven Charter?
Yes.
Raven Charter is an old school band that's been around forever.
Prog rock stuff.
Yeah, prog rock. These guys know.
Well-versed musicians.
And half of Raven Charter's with him on stage, right?
I think so.
And Temporal Distortions.
I don't know, I'm old now. I don't remember shit.
Yeah, I get old. But anyway, it's like these guys know. No one's like, well, I'm in it for this or I'm in it for that. So I reached out, we were talking, we were going back and forth about a bunch of stuff. And I was like, hey, there's a show on the 11th. Here's the deal. And he's like, fuck yeah, we're in.
Nice.
And that's what you want. You want people to be like, fuck yeah, we're in. We will do this show. And then we were talking about a third, and I had bounced it around to a couple of different people. And the problem is people are out of town, or, band members are out of town, or there's this and that. And then it'll
only get bigger.
I told him to do the same thing.
Telling people no.
Yeah, I told him the same thing was, look out for some bands. And he came across, he shouted out Trash Puppies. They're like, we'll all be here. Let's go.
I'm almost positive I've seen them play.
I've seen them play. They're great.
Who's in it? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I put you on the spot. But
I'm also old and get bad with names.
I know that I've seen them play, and I feel like it was at the Cicada, and they were awesome.
They were great.
I've not seen them play, awesome. And I'm totally looking forward to it.
It's going to be the shit.
I love seeing new bands.
So what's the lineup? Are we going to do Trash Puppies?
Trash Puppies are open, and it's early. That's the thing, guys. This is a Sunday night show. This is a matinee show.
Doors at 6?
Doors at 6. We're going to try to put a band on at 6:30.
Then you guys need to start day drinking. Mow your lawn. Mow your damn lawn.
Yeah. Come there and chill out.
Come and rest the rest of your evening till 10 o'clock or whatever.
Make a deal with Mom.
Chill out in the AC.
I'll fold the laundry if we can just go see the show.
Whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
We want to get everybody up there because it's a matinee show, and we know it's a Sunday, so we're playing early. So you got a 6. I think it's going to be like 6:30, 7:30, and an 8:30.
So we should be out of there by 10 for sure.
Yeah, it'd be like
you should be able to make it home to watch the news.
Yeah,
that's what we want to shoot for.
Nice.
But it's going to be a fun show. And
we know that's not going to happen.
There are delays.
I mean, we're not necessarily lying. We're just bending the truth
this is
a
what we
little
shoot
bit.
for. And you know what? If it gets
Feel free
late
to hang out.
and you need to walk out in the middle of our set, we understand that it's a Sunday and it's late, but
Make sure you say goodbye.
you might miss a surprise.
Oh, fuck.
You might miss a surprise preview of Halloween.
Oh shit! You think?
I mean,
Which one though?
it's always a great day for a white wedding.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm feeling pretty yellish to me.
Are you? You want to yellish?
I'm feeling pretty yellish.
Like a rebel?
Been sort of practicing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's-
So that's the other thing we want to promote. Besides the August
Because
11th,
Halloween's coming up, and
Well, we go hard for Halloween around here.
One
so.
thing
Halloween
that
shows
this
are a big deal.
that this band and the record label do for it, which still has.
They can never get off. It's like a cult.
Yeah,
They can never
if you
leave.
were once a Do For It band, you can never leave.
We
You're always a
signed
cult.
you to our label. We signed you to our label
You'll always be there.
without your permission.
But the
Like,
roster is insane, and at one time it was all
it was
Denton.
excellent.
You know, anybody and everybody that was a
HK.
Denton band
Thank
was
you.
in Do For It Records. So,
It's basically all of our other projects.
like, before COVID, I'm going to do pre-COVID, 12 years pre-COVID, they started
long.
the
I feel like
Do
an
For It
elder.
Halloween.
We are
The Do For It
elder-
Halloween show.
years ago.
So you take
We have a little,
four-
a little candle and we get like a consultant
Yeah.
ball.
Need a hood.
Like,
you take 4 or 5 bands on the record label, and you tell them,
you make the challenge to them.
you do a challenge. You say, hey, you got to cover a band for Halloween, and that's who you are.
Oh, okay.
You got to dress up.
This is
like
a spin-off an idea you've had before, or
No, we've
We've been doing it
done
for like
this.
13 years,
Yeah.
and COVID killed it.
It's COVID-
Our last show was actually in Cicada.
Okay.
Yeah, our last show. Well, we did Cicada and then
2019.
Andy's.
Did we do Andy's after
We
that?
did Cicadas the first night, Andy's the next night, because that's usually what it is.
I'll-
The Halloween show
yeah.
is usually 2 nights over the Halloween weekend or right around there.
Yeah.
So this year, October 25th is one night,
One show.
one show, and it's going to be at Cicada. And
every band's playing.
every band is
It's-
playing a band.
Is playing a band.
It's covering. So
a local band.
yeah.
Every local band is playing a band of influence.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I can
We've
spill
also
this
talked
now.
about that though. So that's
Temporal
that's
Distortions, who's playing with us on August 11th. They're going to do at the drive-in. El Paso Zone at the drive-in. Who's a fantastic band.
So these are all the songs that you guys know, and it's like, hey,
Yeah, you know
you're
this.
still going to see a local band, but you know
So-
songs if you like these bands.
The band Drag the Ocean, which is, if you're a fan of JJTM, Stubbs and I are in it, and so is Dave.
Oh my God, is
and
this
so is
another
Peter.
band?
Yeah.
This is the band that's been around for the longest.
What about Pink Flamingo? When are we going to get into that?
but hold on.
Stink Flamingo.
Yeah, Stink, that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
Hold on. We'll get back to that. But Drag the Ocean's been around. We've played 2 of the Halloween shows. So this year we're resurrecting probably the best show we've done together, and it's Korn. We do a Korn set.
Oh, dude.
And
It was.
Can I pitch
It's
an idea
crazy.
at you?
well, hold on. Let me
I
finish.
got.
this.
I got a little
Sorry.
excited after that show myself.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm getting excited. I don't know if you
the
can,
spectacle.
these are not pleats.
The band that's here to represent this show, the Spectacle, is doing Billy Idol.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So we're all gonna do a set of Billy Idol
That's
songs.
a
And it's all
that's a
gonna
hell of a
It's going to
matchup.
be a.
It's going to be sing-alongs
departure.
and fun.
It's going to be
Yeah.
a departure.
It is a
for
departure
sure.
from what we normally do, but it's going to be sing-along and fun. And
We've done Sepultura. We've done
Death Clock,
Sabbath, Death Clock twice. We've done
System of a Down.
We've played more other people's bands than we played our own band actually.
So
Now
the-
that I think about it.
We had a 4th band, but they had to drop out suddenly.
Come on, guys.
And it's understandable.
Okay.
It's all okay.
We understand.
So we're looking for a 4th band
If you can get your
that can
chops
put
together
your shit together to do a full
And-
set. And I think
and-
what would be great.
and have a quality costume.
Can I
Yeah,
suggest
that's
one?
the other thing. We all dress up
You gotta
like the
wear the
band we're
costume.
playing.
Can I suggest one?
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead.
Celestial L'Amour.
Doing what? They'd have to do
I'd
a
leave
whole
this
set.
to y'all, but I feel like the
No, it's up to
vocal
you.
range is there,
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
she's-
aesthetics.
That whole band's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a
It's up to them.
fantastic.
Whatever they like to do. They want to do Billy Squire, they can do Billy
I
Squire.
would
It doesn't
love
matter.
to see a Taylor
Whatever you
Swift
want.
band.
I want to do Billy Squire.
Well, Taylor Swift in the death metal version.
I would do Taylor Swift non-death metal version.
I would just, yeah.
Okay.
I would hate
Get
it.
people out there.
I'd hate
but
every
you would
moment
get
of it.
people. I mean, people would be sitting on the hills outside of Cicada looking in,
They'd be like, who are those old farts?
like they did in Germany.
Oh, no.
Did you see that?
No.
So Taylor Swift sold out a stadium, but behind the stadium is a hill that goes way up where you can look
Okay.
down the stadium, and it was just packed with another 100,000 people
Oh, my God.
looking down, and it was crazy.
Non-ticket payers.
Yeah.
Oh, squatters. A hill full of squatters.
That's what you do for the
So
Anunnaki.
anyway.
That's what you do for the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Anunnaki. Hey, can we worship the owl god at your Halloween party?
Sure.
We can burn an effigy. I don't think Cicada wants us to burn anything in there.
What's the owl god's name?
I don't know. It's
Shit.
that from Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
Moloch?
Moloch. I was like Loch.
We can burn in the parking lot.
Yeah, Moloch.
Get
It's a
a-
pal of mine.
Get a Moloch.
Sure, we can burn Moloch in it.
I've got a mohawk.
All right, so it's after 7.
Just get an owl.
We're here at
So-
Pouring Glory, and we were supposed to start the karaoke night.
But these
5
are a bunch
minutes
of
ago.
people that aren't really in bands. They just want to get up here and
There's
sing.
one guy here.
One guy wants to do
I see him.
karaoke.
He's wanting it.
He's waiting for it.
We're here
Tell
for
which
it.
one.
I mean, which one brings more revenue?
August 11th. What's the best
Us.
thing about August 11th at the Spectacles Cicada live tour?
The best thing about it? I mean, we're all playing, and the lineup's going to be fantastic.
I'm so goddamn excited, and I
If
can't.
you-
It's gonna be great.
Dustin, I can't thank you enough. You put a lot of work into this, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, someone had to.
He's actually not wrong. I've taken on a lot of tasks over the last.
Have you been doing most of our billing?
No, no. Oh, okay.
He didn't do any of our billing.
I do all the billing.
I kind of connected us with Cicada.
Yeah. No, but
It was a group
I also
effort.
told you.
I mean, the
I'd help you
payouts
out.
of our millions of dollars.
JJTM would help you out.
It's
If you do
just-
this again next year, we can team up and we can have fun with this.
I know, and we didn't have
up,
enough time to
team up.
plan, but now we do.
Now we do.
So,
Once this is over in October 5th, which is going to be here,
yep.
and you're going to shut down the streets, and you're dragging in a trailer
So for
for
our
a stage.
what he's talking about,
For here?
October 5th, here at Pouring Glory, every band that played in our series from March up until now
Which includes us.
is going to be here at Pouring Glory, banging out 45-minute sets, and it's happening from 12 to 7 o'clock. It doesn't have to be 45.
I'm here for it. Like,
It's going to be rad.
Give me,
I'd play.
let me play one song. Let me tune on stage. I'll be fine.
Well,
That's all I need.
the other thing is, Dave and I have
Give me a few seconds.
have a post-hardcore band. No vocals. We just sit up there and we make noise and racket.
Yeah.
Can we
And
get you guys to
we
do
can-
like one song, Pink
Sure.
Flamingo or
Stink Flamingo?
Stink Flamingo?
There's a guy you need to talk to
His name
Is it Matt Stubbs?
His
that
Matt
needs to
Stubbs.
write some words, and if he gets the words done, we can do it.
Okay, Matt Stubbs. Here's the deal.
Well, he's got to watch out because his songs are being cannibalized.
Listen here, Matt.
Look, we're taking them.
You need to get off your ass and write those lyrics, and somebody on October 5th is going to buy a house from you.
The longer the there we go. I like that. I like that idea.
Not endorsed by the Realty Association of Texas.
The longer these Matt.
We love you, Matt. We love you.
Dear Matt,
We love
the
you.
longer these songs sit around, the more they become spectacle songs.
We're just going to keep eating them.
We're just
Yeah.
eating them. We're just
So funny.
You should see his face the first time he hears. He's like,
Hey, I wrote that riff.
"Hey, that sounds familiar."
Can I say something real quick? Hey, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, hold on a minute.
That motherfucker accused me for 3 years of stealing his tube screamer, and sends me a fucking picture of it.
I was there
Found it
that
in
day.
his closet. You sent it. Found it in his closet.
He had an electrical problem, so we're tracing it through his house, and we get up in the attic, and he's like, well, here's some of my guitar stuff, and he moves this box over and goes, holy shit. And he picks it up, and I was like, I got to take a picture of that and send it to Dave.
What was it? What was
Like,
it?
it was a
His-
tube screamer,
like
like an
guitar pedal.
Ibanez tube screamer, an 808 tube screamer.
They're an amazing pedal.
It's a great pedal. You put it
Yeah.
in front of.
He had a box sitting on it?
press up. No, he just fucking
And
accused me of stealing
thought
it.
Dave
for
stole
4
it
or 5
for
years.
4 or 5 years, and then I have one at my house. He's like, well, that one's mine. And I was like, no, it's not.
He knew no bounds. He accused everybody with it.
And then he gets to his
Maddie
house.
Parker took my.
And then he finds his own. I didn't even
And he
get
went to
an I'm
Maddie
sorry.
Parker's house.
He left a coffin
I
there.
got no recognition. I got a picture of him holding it with a smile.
Yeah, he's like,
No apology whatsoever.
I'm sorry.
That's what's
We
gonna
love
happen.
you, Stubbs. I had to talk shit because I miss you. I wish you were here.
I must steal that tube screamer.
All right, we got to get out of here. Where can we find the spectacle on the interwebs?
Go to the Facebook page. Spectacle.
So you got- yeah.
Band. I think it's Spectacle.
no,
Band.
we don't have Facebook right now.
Oh, is it
Our
down?
Facebook got hacked.
It got canceled
It got
because
taken
you're a
down.
piece of shit.
Well, that was probably part of it too.
Yeah.
But
I own a social
what are
media
they called?
business, and I don't know why.
Who's got the hat snake? Armenians.
The Armenian hat snake?
Armenians stole it.
The Armenians.
They hacked our Facebook page.
Aren't
and
those the
took it.
guys that took Doc
found-
Brown's time machine?
Yeah, they found out that we were doing System of a Down.
And they got pissed. This is 100% true.
They got mad.
They got pissed because we
Because-
got some emails. They got pissed, and then they took our Facebook page down.
because
I'm not fucking
we're
kidding.
doing System of a Down. They got mad.
I'm gonna need screenshots, some kind of proof. This is crazy.
okay.
It's crazy.
It's next to
So-
it's in Joe Biden's garage.
I even-
next to his Corvette.
I even did a whole video about the Armenians taking our stuff. So we have Instagram, and we have our Facebook is coming back because we need to. for
What
the
do you-
outward
Just go to
thing.
Spotify.
Spotify.
You don't want to see what we look like.
But here's
just
the
go
thing:
listen to
go
music.
to Dufort Records,
Oh,
and
DuFortRecords.com.
everything's up there.
Okay, is it? Spell it out.
DOFORIT
IT. Like it sounds.
Records.
Do for it records.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of go for it.
It's
Do
do
for
for
it.
it.
Got it.
And then you can see all the other bands too that are in the roster. You can listen to some
Some of the older
good old
bands,
bands.
yeah.
Some of the
House
some of the
Rock
bands
Conan,
still on. Duel,
Huffer,
Royal Sons.
Hoof,
Yeah,
Royal
Hoofer.
Sons.
I'm not just pointing to people out
I
here.
thought you were. I was like, are they here?
No, that's what they don't know.
That's what we do.
They're real.
What's our big band over in Europe that's giant?
Oh, Sneaking Past Dogs. Well, they weren't giant anymore. Sneaking Past Dogs.
Are they still? They're still doing stuff, right?
I played on that album.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good
But they're
song.
still doing stuff because
Yeah,
we still.
yeah.
All sorts of people are like.
Yeah, we have a huge
They
European
want
following.
They want us and Shell and Death Squad to come
Yeah.
over to Europe
Why the fuck haven't you done
and
that?
tour because we're all idiots and can't figure out how to do shit.
That'd be cool.
Because I got my fucking passport revoked.
Oh, that too.
We got to
I don't care
quit
about
messing with those
a lot-
Armenians.
I don't care about like bridges and fences and shit. I'm just gonna. I can go, bro.
He's a sovereign citizzen now.
I'm declaring myself sovereign citizen.
I want to speak to your
I'm gonna go
supervisor.
Look, man,
I need
I'm
to
not
t-
answering any of your questions.
Hey, roll your window down.
my
Roll your window down. All right, we got to get out of here. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having
August
me.
11th, out at Cicada, we're
It'll
going
be
to
fun.
see one hell
It'll
of a
be
show.
fun.
That'd be
It'll
fun
be
and great.
great. Thank you for
Really looking forward to that.
for
A
us
lot of
finally
laughs.
getting us together to
Yeah.
do this, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, and more often.
But not
No.
very soon because one of us could probably die. We're getting.
Or we probably
God,
need
dude,
to
you're
do it
really
very
on this
soon.
old thing,
Getting
aren't
older. Get it.
Yeah, we're getting
I
old.
just had a birthday.
you? You look great.
he's
I
gotten
look 51.
His mortality
Dude,
really
really?
kicked
I
in
look
on his
51,
birthday.
yeah.
Well,
Happy
I-
birthday.
Thank you.
I would have said 46.
Right, so I would have taken it. Yeah, I would have taken
All
it.
right, let's
the
get out
butt.
of here.
All right. Adios.
Later.
All right, you know what to do. August 11th out at Cicada, we've got Temporal Distortion, Trash Puppies, and The Spectacle. They're going to be on stage killing it. At 6 p.m., the doors will open. We're going to try to get you out of there by 10. If you can't stay for the whole thing, nobody's going to hold it against you. It's a free show. Come have a drink with us, hang out, kick back, take some pictures with us, have a good time. This is the last leg of the live music festival before we go full bore. On October 5th out at Pouring Glory, we got a big old Benny Keith stage that's going to be rolling up. We're going to have the street shut down. Plug Hub is going to be running the vendor market this year, I believe. And so we're going to have a lot of really interesting vendors out there. October 5th. Don't want to get you confused. I'm talking about two different dates here. Anyway, you know what? We'll worry about that next week. This week, all you need to worry about is making it out. Get your ass to Cicada. Get to the chopper. There's no chopper. There's just Cicada, which... cicadas fly, so there's a crossover there. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll see you August 11th for The Spectacle, Trash Puppies, and Temporal Distortion. It's going to be awesome. Let's get into these sponsors real quick. We talked about a couple up front. Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf is at Galaxy Wilderness DG on Gmail, and 682-228-0399. These guys will bring out an entire disc golf course to whatever venue, property, party, whatever you got going on. They're there to support you with all your disc golf needs. Amplify 817 is the only place that you need to be finding live, local, badass music. And the Fort Worth Roots podcast also has a playlist on there with some hand-picked bands that we felt like you needed to pay special attention to. So go check that out. Amplify817.org. Let's see who's next. The Body Scrubbery, a boutique and unique spa experience. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Luxury foot spa, full body scrubs, infrared heat wraps, massage, bubble tub, mud wraps, facials, couples packages, and small group parties. Go online and find the Book Now tab. That is thebodyscrubbery.com. Flurry Fitness. Our homies over there at Flurry Fitness are on Instagram at Flurry Fitness Fort Worth. They're located at 643 Sherry Lane, Fort Worth, Texas 76114, just in front of the military base next to Target and directly behind Waffle House. Let them know you heard about them on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. And Andy, the owner, he's going to comp all of your sign-up fees. Boulevard Brew, great coffee in a rad little space right off River Oaks Boulevard, a cozy little bar scene in the back. We call it the Mullet. It's business in the front, party in the back. You get it. It's another great location for local music, tight little venue. Give these guys a try next time you need a coffee or a place to chill. 5406 River Oaks Boulevard, River Oaks, Texas. Eaton Data Solutions. We work hard to have relationships with vendor partners who specialize in different methods of vulnerability detection and management so that we can offer enterprise tools and solutions to small and medium-sized companies. Find them online at eatondatasolutions.com, and we're going to get something going real quick with our buddies at Eaton Data Solutions. We're going to try to do a recording with them so that you can hear about all these cyberpunks that are stealing people's shit online and what you need to do to protect yourself. It's not just the big Fortune 500 businesses anymore. They're targeting everybody. Wavy Digital. Moving on. Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck. Roofing Solutions can help with all your residential commercial needs. Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck is locally owned and operated. They're insured. They have experience. They can do all the stuff. Roofing Solutions will work with you and your insurance company to get your roof replaced properly. They offer free consultations, and you can go online and see all of their amazing reviews. These guys know what they're doing. They've been doing it forever. And before that, Darren's father did it. It's in the family, man. And we couldn't be more grateful to the Darren and his family for taking care of the Fort Worth Roots podcast. We've been in their extra building for probably 2 years and some change now, and they've just been nothing but good to us. And just recently, I'm not going to tell you who because I didn't get permission, one of our listeners reached out to me, got the phone number, and they didn't know that you could just go online to the Fort Worth Roots podcast page, click on the Trusted Sponsors tab, and there's all the information for the sponsors. So he called me personally, and he's like, can I get the phone number for your roofer? So I said yes. Anyway, and he was able to get his roof fixed, so... Anyway, that's where you go. You just go to fortworthroots.com, and all the stuff I rattle off every week is on that tab. You can also go to any episode. Click on descriptions. It's there too. Anyway, Darren Houck, Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck. Phone number is 817-882-6520. Pouring Glory. Pouring Glory is your destination for eats, beers, and company. We're always genuinely happy to see you wherever you're whether you're grabbing a quick lunch or planning a corporate meeting. Anyway, you hear me talk about Pouring Glory all the time. If for some reason you have not made it out there yet, you're missing out on great food, wonderful tap craft beers, and just a great atmosphere. It's got a big old dog park. Your dog is welcome anytime. And where is the information on McFly's? My Lord in heaven, I missed it somewhere. McFly's Pub is located over by the military base, and it's a cool spot. If you like 1980s vibes, if you like Back to the Future, that's a good spot to go hang out. People travel from all over the world. I'm not kidding. I've met people from different countries in there just stopping in. They're like, well, I was in the neighborhood, had to check this place out. So lucky you if you live just right down the street. You don't have to cross the big wet thing. You can go to McFly's Pub right now. Great drink options. They've got a food truck outside. And all these really badass murals all over the place with the Back to the Future theme. So come check it out and have a good time. There's always something going on over there. Bands, parties, events. It's fun stuff. Let's go check them out. McFly's Pub on Instagram to see what they're up to next. All right. That is definitely enough talking out of me. appreciate y'all being here this week, hanging out with me, and hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna have to put a parental advisory on this thing because language and stuff. But we keep it buttoned up when we have to, but we have other episodes where we can kind of let our hair down a little bit and just be stupid guys sitting around having fun. So this really was a fun one to record over there at Porn Glory. I know the noise was a little bit off. I couldn't find my other headset, so I was over there using a regular microphone, and you could definitely tell in the end product, but is what it is. Guys and gals, come see me August 11th, Cicada, doors at 6, no cover charge. Thank you to Dustin, thank you to Dave. I had a lot of fun with this, and I will see you guys Sunday. See ya.